Speaker, I rise in strong support of H.R. 4058. I'm proud to have worked with Chairman Riker and have become an original co-sponsor of the bill. I also want to acknowledge the leadership of Chairman Camp, as well as Ranking Members Doggett, Levin, to pass this important legislation, especially during National Foster Care Month. As co-chair of the Congressional Caucus on Foster Youth, I've traveled throughout the country as part of a national listening tour. It's been devastating to learn that children involved in the child welfare system, particularly those who experience multiple placements, are especially susceptible to coercion and manipulation by traffickers. In Los Angeles, where I'm from, the probation department reports that hundreds of young people, all minors, have been identified as victims of sex trafficking. 61% have been identified as foster youth. The Los Angeles Star Court, which specializes in serving commercially sexually exploited youth, report an even higher percentage. 80% of the young people have been foster youth. Unfortunately, the child welfare system as a whole has not truly recognized trafficking as a crisis within the foster youth population, nor incorporated protocols and systems to address the problem. Few child welfare employees have been adequately trained and prepared to identify or respond to child victims of trafficking. Fewer still have incorporated policies, protocols, and case management techniques to serve this population. Child welfare agencies are not documenting the prevalence of trafficking within the foster care population. Therefore, the scope of the challenge nationwide is unknown. So to address these gaps, the Preventing Sex Trafficking and Improving Opportunities for Foster Care Act requires states to develop plans to provide services to child victims of trafficking, as well as to train caseworkers on how to identify victims and coordinate these services. The bill would also ensure that agencies using existing data collection mechanisms provide a national and state-by-state understanding of the prevalence of this problem. These are tremendous steps forward, and I look forward to continuing working with my colleagues in a bipartisan fashion to move legislation that will further prevent exploitation and protect foster youth and all children from trafficking. It's also significant that this bill helps to empower foster youth by giving foster parents more authority to make day-to-day decisions regarding their foster child's participation in age-appropriate activities. Many foster youth can never attend a prom, can't participate on a sports team, can't go to sleepovers, normal activities that all of our children do. Encouraging states to move quickly kids out of foster care and into permanent families, providing older children with a greater say in the development of their own case plans, and ensuring that older foster youth have access to critical documents. I urge my colleagues to join me in supporting this bill, as well as next week welcoming—
The gentlelady's time has expired.
I yield the gentlelady another minute.
The gentlelady has yielded another minute.
I urge my colleagues to join me in supporting this bill, as well as next week welcoming nearly 70 foster youth to the Hill for the 3rd annual Foster Youth Shadow Day. I yield back the